You see, I am a man of many hats. Hats like this one. And this one. Well, I guess that's just 2 hats. And now I don't even have a hat. Along with those 2 hats, I'm also a blogger / writer. I'm a technologist / geek / geekneck / redneck. I'm a guitar player in training-ish. And I'm an overall fun guy, really. And now I am also a vape artist. Yes, with all those hats, I now vape. And you have to make that face when you vape sometimes. So let me take you back a little ways and tell you the reason why exactly I vape now. See, I quit smoking / chewing tobacco a number of years ago and haven't looked back since. But recently, this whole vaping thing has popped up all over these United States. So I took it upon myself because I had an idea in mind. I wanted to help my parents quit smoking because I heard a lot of good things that people were going to get off the cigarettes permanently with these things, and a lot of them have and a lot of them do. So one of my good buddies let me borrow one of his little vape pens. I tried it out. I kind of liked it, but I didn't foresee myself continuing vaping. But then I showed it to a couple of other friends. Kind of got them vaping. Well, actually, they quit smoking altogether and they started vaping, so they're vapors now. I'm proud to say that now my mom is actually going to try it, and that makes me more happy than a lot of things that has ever made me happy. In this process, I ended up getting addicted to the nicotine in it again. Yes, in this little tank here, or clearmizer, this is nicotine juice. They call it E-juice. And mine, I like menthol in mine. See, this is just basically a beginner's vaporizer. This is actually the Ego C Twist. It is variable voltage, so you can crank it up if you want a stronger vape or if you want a lesser vape. Little did I know, there's like a whole world and community out there full of people who like to do this as well. And you might say, well, if you quit smoking and you quit chewing, and why would you even go near nicotine again? Well, I really didn't care about that. I just I wanted to show people that they could quit smoking using this. So anyways, one of the things I noticed about a year or so after I quit smoking, started really to develop some social anxieties. Started to get a little bit depressed, and I was constantly craving something, just constantly. Now, I'm not talking about the craving like you get with cigarettes. That kind of goes away after a while, after a few months to maybe a year. Those cravings go away, but I was left with this really life-sucking, soul-obliterating craving that I just couldn't figure out. Since I picked back up the nicotine and started vaping, these social anxiety and the slight depression has diminished. Now I'm no longer eating everything in sight, and now I don't care if I'm around people, which is also a plus, because I did actually get to a point in time where I was almost afraid to go on these trips that we go on with my son Zayden. So I wasn't really proud of it at first, but after getting over that initial hurdle, I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. The thing about these, the juice, not very expensive. The parts to this thing, some of these you have to replace, like sometimes you need new tanks. This is actually a different tank than I'm currently using, because the other tank needs a coil, and that one's pretty cool. It's called an Aspire BDC. And the juice, man, the juice is kind of a juice junkie, I think, right off the bat, I'm going to say. There's a couple different types of vape people, I don't know what you call them, but see, newbie, definite newbie. Got the pen, newbie. But I'm kind of a juice junkie. I like to try the various different types of juice. Now, I will say I do like menthol. It's pretty good. And another thing to mention is that this nicotine juice goes up and down in levels. So if you just quit smoking, you're going to want a very high level of nicotine content. And, you don't want to get too low, because then you're not going to feel the same effects that you felt when you're smoking, because the only reason you're smoking is because of the nicotine in the cigarette. That's it. You wouldn't continue to smoke cigarettes if there wasn't nicotine in it. Now with this, you can either raise your nicotine levels or lower it, and if you want to quit, you can just, you know, taper off and go down the levels, and eventually you can quit because you can buy juice that has no nicotine in it at all. And some people actually do that just because they like the flavor and they like to, you know, the oral fixation and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to put back on the hat. And the sunglasses. And the headphones. And I'm going to continue to be me. So what about you? Are you willing to give up the cigarettes once and for all? Are you willing to give it up and never look back? Say goodbye. Say goodbye to the cigarettes, the hacking, the coughing, the spitting, the sputtering, the lung disease, the emphysema, all of that. Try something else. You're trying to quit, it's not working. Try the vape thing. Just try it out and see where it takes you. I bet you'll find a whole community of people out there just like you. Give it a shot. Chase out.